All right, folks, it's time to show that reduce can save time sometimes instead of using a dot filter dot map. Here's an example. Here I have an array of objects, and all I really want is the name of the fastest ship. So rather than use filter and map, I'm going to directly use reduce. And here's how you do it. Here I have the ships array of objects right here, ships, and I'm going to do a dot reduce. The arguments are the previous and the current, but I have provided, it's optional, but I decided to provide an initial value which starts off as being the previous, and that is right here. This comma and then another value means that this is the initial value. And you'll see that when I do my console, and you see my console.logs, you'll see that. So first it takes the speed and sets it equal to the current. And for the current, you have to take whatever the current is. You take the speed, dot speed means take the speed value. But after you get the speed value, you need to slice it to get rid of that G at the end. To get rid of the G, you slice it from character 0 to the second to last digit, the second to last character, so you only have the numerical part of it. So in other words, this will be 4.2. Here's 0. The 0's position is the 4. And you take the -1 means you take away the G, and you have 4.2. So that's what this is. And then you compare that. I'm printing it out just for clarity, so you see all the values and you see what's happening internally. Likewise, you do the same thing for previous speed, which in the first iteration is going to be my initial value, which is yo ship yo. Previous speed, do the same thing, and I'm printing that out. And then I'm going to compare them, speed versus previous speed. If speed is greater than previous speed, I'll say current is faster than previous, and return the current, which is the fastest. Else, normally I would need an else, but since I'm returning, I don't need the else. Like if it was no return already gets it out of this, so I don't need the else. So this serves as an if else. If this is true, return this, get out of it, I don't need the else. If this doesn't execute and exit, then it'll just move on to this. This means the previous speed is greater than the current speed, or speed is less than previous speed. So console.log previous, which is faster than the current. And I'll return the previous because the previous is the largest. And after doing this through every item in the list, going here, compare this to the initial, save the biggest one, compare to this, compare to this, compare to this, I'm going to end up with ultimately the fastest ship. And now I'm going to console.log that. Okay, so let's see what happens. So here is the speed of the current. The current starts off as Serenity. So you see, I start off with 4 as the speed. And I compare it to the previous. Previous, I provided yo ship yo, speed 5G. So that's why previous speed is 5. So you find out my dummy ship, my initial ship, is actually faster. Yo ship yo, speed 5G is faster than Serenity, speed 4.2G. So I'm going to keep this, I'm going to return this, yo ship yo. The next time through, it's going to go to the next element. The next element, current speed is 7, because I am now moving on to Cylon Raider, and 7 is the value if you parse it. and the previous was my yo ship yo, which is 5. So I find out the new one is faster. So Cylon Radar speed 7.5G is faster than yo ship yo 5G. And so basically I'm going to save Cylon Radar as a new previous. The new current is going to be Swordfish 2, which we find the speed is 50. Swordfish 2 is faster than Cylon Radar. Therefore, I'm going to save Swordfish 2. And this Swordfish 2, the next round, will become the previous, so it's 50 right here. But the new one is 4100. What is that? The TIE Fighter. TIE Fighter is 4100, and that's obviously bigger than 50. So it's going to compare those and say the current, which is TIE Fighters, speed 41G is faster than the previous, which is Swordfish 2. At the end, it's going to return the fastest ship type equals the final result, which is TIE Fighter. All right, folks, so I kind of don't like the fact that I wanted some to be out of order, so I don't like the fact that TIE Fighters is the last. So I am going to manually change that. Okay, let's go back and change it. I don't want TIE Fighter to be last, because that's, how do you know it really did work as intended? I want to make sure, even if TIE Fighters is not, the last element is not the fastest, that you will get the fastest. So TIE Fighters is no longer the fastest. I want to go out of order now. All right, folks, it's going to go out of order now. Okay, let's rerun it. Yep, it works. The fastest ship is now Swordfish 2. So let's see how that all went down, folks. Swordfish 2, speed 50G, is faster than Cylon Radar. Previous speed 50. But then I compared it with the current, which TIE Fighter is 41, only 41 now. So it says Swordfish 2 is faster than TIE Fighter, and the fastest ship is Swordfish 2. Pretty awesome. So with all of that, it works.